Edmund's face turned an ugly, mottled purple. He stared at the heavily pregnant cat, his hands trembling violently. You bred her? He choked out, his voice a horrifying mixture of disbelief and pure rage. You bred a cat that was given to you as a gift? It's just nature, Edmund, I said softly, my voice quavering perfectly like an elderly woman's. I dabbed at my eyes with a handkerchief. The poor dear was yowling all night. I only wanted her to be happy. And look, soon we'll have a whole house full of little Jose's to remember our dear Jocelyn by. Inside the cage, Jose let out a weak, pathetic mewl. Her eyes, usually so sharp and vicious, were dull and glassy with exhaustion. 50 feral toms in 7 days. It was a miracle she was even alive, but I knew the life drain system would force her body to endure it to protect the soul inside. She was trapped in a hell of her own making, unable to return to a human body that I had already burned to ash. Edmund didn't care about my performance. He lunged forward, grabbing my shoulders with bruising force. You burned Jocelyn? He roared, spit flying from his lips. Without my permission, without a physician confirming her death, she was rotting, my lord, Ember piped up, stepping forward bravely, though her hands shook. The smell. It was terrible. My lady only wished to preserve Ms. Linton's dignity. We could hardly leave her body to decay further while waiting for your return. Edmund shoved me backward. If I hadn't been expecting it, the force would have knocked me flat. I stumbled, playing up my frailty, and fell to my knees before the altar. You vicious, jealous hag, Edmund hissed, standing over me, his hands balled into fists. You knew. You must have known. Known what, husband? I asked, looking up at him with wide, innocent, milky eyes. That she was sick? I wanted to visit her. You were the one who forbade it. He looked at the cat cage, then at the urn resting on the altar, his chest heaving. He realized he was trapped. If he accused me of murdering Jocelyn, he would have to explain how she was actually inside the cat. He would have to admit to his own complicity in my slow, agonizing murder. He snatched the cage by the handle, ignoring Jose's pain jowl as she was jostled against the metal bars. I'm taking the cat, he snarled, turning on his heel. And you are confined to this courtyard. If I see your face outside these walls, I will have you beaten. I watched him storm away, the picture of a grieving, enraged lover. Once he was out of earshot, the trembling frailty vanished from my posture. I stood up smoothly, dusting off my morning clothes. My lady, Ember whispered, her eyes wide with terror. What do we do now? He took the cat. What if he finds a way to get her out? There is nowhere for her to go, Ember, I said coldly, walking over to the vanity and beginning to peel away the layers of artificial wrinkles and siding skin I had meticulously applied that morning. Her original body is ash. The system bound her soul to that cat to drain me. Without a host body to return to, she is stuck in that feline form until the cat dies, and given the immense strain I had put on the animal's body, that death would not be peaceful, nor would it be far off. Over the next month, the Hughes estate became a place of whispers and shadows. Edmund locked himself in his study with the cat, refusing to see anyone, neglecting his duties at court. I, meanwhile, played the part of the dutiful, bedridden wife. I sent Ember out to purchase expensive tonics, loudly bemoaning my failing health to any maid who would listen, ensuring the rumor spread that I was still dying from the mysterious illness. But behind closed doors, my belly grew round and firm with my child. The color returned to my cheeks. The iron plates were discarded, replaced by soft silks. One evening, Ember returned from the kitchens, her face pale. My lady, she whispered, locking the door behind her. The maids are talking. They say terrible sounds are coming from the master's study. Like a woman screaming, but it sounds like an animal. I set down my embroidery, a cold smile touching my lips. The kittens are coming. But my lady, that's not the worst of it, Ember continued, wringing her hands. The master sent a servant to the black market. He's looking for a Taoist priest. Someone skilled in soul transference. My smile faded. Edmund